to find happiness, and I'm 9 videos deep, and I've been obsessed with doing something I could finally be proud of. And today, I'm working 5 different simulators, and my first job is house flipper. The money I have at the end of 1 hour goes into the pot. Now, house flipper, I was given a share house and a laptop. The laptop I used to book jobs so I could make more money, and that's what I did. I booked this cleaning job. This didn't look so bad until I went inside the house. Oh my fucking goodness. But it could have been worse, way worse. And it was kind of nice to make this place look better. And after this place was done, I earned $2,000. Wasn't bad for my first job, but I wanted to make a bit more because I'm hoping at the end of this entire video, I've earned $100,000 from all 5 jobs that I worked today. When I was back home, I wasted a lot of time making this shitty house look decent. Now, I booked another job where I had to unpack all of this stuff and also clean this house. They had a lot of stuff I needed to unpack, but I did, and that's all I really needed to do to earn $2,400. But I booked the job right after that because I needed to make up on lost time. 1 hour is almost over, and I only had 30 minutes left, so I got right to work cleaning all this mess. But that was nothing because this was the real job. This guy wanted a gaming cave, so I need to unpack and also clean this entire basement and decorate it. And in all this mess, I quickly started cleaning trash, wiping floors and tables. Then I started building his gaming setup. Bam! I was done, earning $2,900. Ugh. And now I had a total of $16,000. I wanted to make more, but I also wanted this house to look a bit more nicer. So with the last 9 minutes I had, I decorated. I cleaned the windows and I cleaned this room. And damn, it was over. At the end, I had $17,000 from selling stuff in my house, but I actually kind of liked this job. But I needed to prepare for the next job. So I took my 30-minute break, and when it was over, I started my next job as a thief. And when I started, I was given an alright house and a black cat. Oh, and this truck that I took into the town to scope out some houses to rob. But quickly, I ran into a problem. I didn't know how to play this game, so I went back home to figure out what the hell to do. So in the day, I tested my luck again, where I hit a lady over her head with a crowbar because I thought that I could just rob them. Seeing that the police was called, I booked into my car to get away, but I didn't make it far. Now I was in prison. Clearly angry and with 30 minutes wasted with no money made, I left the game to start the story mode so I can learn this game. Hopefully I can make up for what I didn't do in these last 30 minutes. But the only money I was making was from the loading screen, which was sad. But when I loaded in, I was told I had to escape from this house because a group of gangsters was after me. And when I did, the man on the phone said I was in debt to him. But he showed me how to finally break into people's houses. All this shit. I want everything. Oh yeah. Ooh, after taking everything, I sold everything, and all of that only made me $347. That was nothing. So I tried to rob another house, and as soon as I broke in, the cops was called. But trying to make the best of this, I tried to run inside the house, but I was tased. I tried to rob another house where I was pepper sprayed, but I hit the man over his head with a crowbar. Gotcha! Oh my god, this is so stupid. And these damn cops. I didn't know where I was going wrong. I was doing what I did to the first house, but it seemed as if these people knew I was coming. So now I took this job where I had to watch this man and wait until he left. And when he did, I robbed at nighttime where I had to smash some stuff up. But now I had to hide out in the trash because somebody heard what I was doing and called the cops. But after, it was time for me to get the fuck out of there. And my time was over. Sadly, I can't. I hope that I made a bit more. I had a ton of setbacks on this job. I only had 30 minutes to prepare for the next job, where I would run my own restaurant. Well, that's what I was going to play next, but instead, it all got corrupted. But I basically just played that off for nothing because it's all corrupted now. So I'm gonna switch over to Rising Star. Rising Star. The goal was to become famous with your band by making music. And I only had an hour, so something told me that I wasn't gonna make a lot of money in this time. This is William, the singer, Mia, the guitarist, and Theo, who plays the guitar. Piano. This was all I needed to make a perfect band. And I started in this apartment. It was probably the best starting house out of all of them. But this is where the magic happens. But before I could start making music, my team needed equipment. So I quickly drove over to the store, brought equipment, and then it was time to start making music. But before we did, we went to a show. I needed to do this because I wanted to see what it took to make it in this world. And it was goofy as fuck. But at least I was building relationships with these bands. And when I went back home, I was finally ready to make my own songs. Now I could practice, but I wanted to make 6 songs before I started. Now I was on my way to another show. I needed to do this so I can also start performing at my own gigs. So I need reputation with the bands and the bar. Back home, it was time for me to write another song and another song. Now I had 3 songs and I needed 3 more. Now I spent a month writing music and another month practicing. And later, it was time to book my first gig. And it was tomorrow. I was pumped, but I needed to prepare. And today was the day. My first gig. So I drove down to the bar and began. Now this wasn't my best gig. It was really only my first, but it was alright. It was okay. It was alright. But I also got good reputation with the bands and the bar. So this might not be my last gig. Now, until my next gig, I wanted to see another show for reputation. It's kind of a cycle now. I wanted to get good reputation with other bands, so in the future I can get more gigs, I hope, because that will bring me the money. But I got another gig that's in 2 weeks, so I used the time that I had to develop better music and also practice. And on the day, this gig was better than before. It seemed that the people actually liked the music, and when I was back home, I was getting calls inviting me out to perform other gigs. This was perfect. All I needed was more people to keep calling and get my schedule just stocked up with a bunch of gigs, and I could just make a shit ton of money. So I refreshed myself for this gig, and this gig was alright. Back home, I slept. Also brung a new member into the band and applied for a new gig. When I got home, I got a phone call asking me to play another gig, and now I had 2 gigs back to back. This couldn't be going any more perfect. So I did my first gig, then I had to do the next one, and it all went great. And right after, I got another phone call. Hello. At this point, money should just be flying in at any moment. After performing these 3 gigs, money still seemed low, but I had hope. Because if it was a game that I had to make money in, it had to be this one. It had to be this one that I had to make the $100,000 in. By the looks of it, fuck. This game isn't gonna make me 100K by the end of this video. Fucking hell, man. Can I finally just do something right for once, man? This only job that I did semi-well in is house flipper. I left off with only $792. And if I did not make up for this in this last game, I'm fucked. My last job is movie simulator. Now, movie simulator was my last job, and I knew that this was gonna make me all the money I needed. All I needed to do is build this place, and that's what I did. Paid for sets, and I needed actors, directors, and writers. I had my writers start working on our first ever action movie, and then they were done. It was time for me to rehearse and then shoot this movie. And after all of that, it was time to release this damn thing. People didn't seem to like it. Okay. And when I watched it, I understood why. But nothing I could do now but to start on the next one. Oh shit. Yeah, this one seemed better than the last one. But I was told soon they was gonna host the first ever award show for movies and studios and all this shit, and I was excited, even though I knew that I wasn't gonna win anything since I literally only posted 2 movies. But I still showed up and sat there and watched everyone else win an award, and I clapped as if I was happy. But I was getting too deep into this. I'm only here to make a shit ton of money. That's it. I didn't care about an award. Make sure you do your production. I think. I made a new movie and this was... She's laughing. I mean, it was good and people seemed to like it. So it was good in my books. But after 25 minutes of making movies, I couldn't get winning an award out of my head. The goal of making $100,000 was dead. I knew after this 1 hour, I would already completed that goal. And probably well on succeeded it, but I wanted more. I wanted to win an award, but I don't know if I should go for it. My 1 hour is almost up, and this video has took me longer than I thought. You've seen from the beginning, changing clothes, the background switching, even my monitor broke. That's why my camera is over here instead of there. The goal of chasing after money or whatever it is started to consume me. I didn't know where it would end. A fat ass minute later, it was another award show. When I clapped for others' happiness, I was pissed and tired. I thought that maybe I would find happiness or something, but nothing. And my time was up. I completed my goal, but I still didn't feel happy. Didn't feel like I completed or accomplished anything. So was it worth it?